This is the part where I make some clever joke about this movie going off the rails, but that's exactly what they would want me to do. Bullet Train stars Brad Pitt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Brian Tyree Henry, as well as a slew of cameos and smaller parts from other notable celebrities. It's also from the director of Deadpool 2, which the movie tries to make as obvious as possible. The film follows several mercenaries as their fates collide aboard a bullet train heading from Tokyo to Kyoto. Bullet Train has a lot going for it as a lighter action comedy, but it ends up bogged down in half-formed themes and questionable editing choices. The lead of the film is Brad Pitt as Ladybug, a mercenary and hitman returning from an extended health leave. Whatever secret wet work company he operates for has some pretty admirable care for its employees' well-beings. You wouldn't see this kind of respect for an employee's mental health from any legal corporation. Ladybug has a new and gentler outlook on life. That includes a constant drive to de-escalate every physical altercation. It's unfortunate for him that everyone else has no interest in talking it out. He's given what appears to be a simple task: steal a briefcase from a moving bullet train. Get on, get the case, get off. The problem comes from the revelation that the case is filled with the ransom money that has recently been retrieved by a pair of hired killers. A Russian gangster's son was kidnapped, and now, after his rescue, the three of them are traveling home. Also on the train is the mysterious Prince, a young sociopath on an intricate assassination mission. She is also being stalked by Kimura, a member of the Yakuza whose son was pushed off a roof by Prince. There are even more characters that become relevant by the end of the movie, like Kimura's own father, a former Yakuza himself. There's also a mysterious poisoner, and there's Stolen Snake. There's a Mexican Sicario avenging his wife's poisoning on the day of their wedding. This character is played by rapper Bad Bunny, and as such has almost no lines and spends most of the film in a chair. Plus, there is the mysterious Russian gangster, the White Death, who is connected to everyone tangled in this web. And a tangled movie this is. There are a lot of plot threads and a near constant pace of reveal after reveal. The film handles them all fairly well, with a few notable exceptions. The cast also works very well with as much or as little as they are given. Despite my previous dig at Bad Bunny, he is convincing as a ruthless criminal, and his origin story is one of the most effective montages in the film. The real highlight, however, is Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry as Tangerine and Lemon. Their chemistry and characterizations are so good they overshadow every other performance in the movie. The pair are brothers who constantly bicker in heavy posh accents. Lemon also has an obsession with the children's show Thomas the Tank Engine. They are so good together, I would have almost preferred that Brad Pitt be removed from the film entirely, just to make room for more of this.
That wasn't our fault.
That wasn't our fault?
No.
Well, what did Thomas the Tank Engine say, Lemon?
That's really mean.
SAA, take responsibility, mate.
I should probably put up a light spoiler warning before I continue, so here you go. Skip to this time code for my final summary. Brad Pitt ends up being the weakest element of the film. His overriding character trait, besides his newfound inner peace, is that he's unlucky. Ladybug constantly bemoans his bad luck and how the universe has a need to put him in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's lent an element of magical realism that ends up stretching believability. In an end sequence ripped straight out of Deadpool 2, Ladybug escapes a train derailment through one stroke of good luck after another. If you didn't want people to know that you're stealing from your old movies, don't put Domino and Ryan Reynolds in it. The other side of the lucky coin is Joey King's Prince. She has consistent good luck, which aids her in her sociopathic quest. We quickly learn that she pushed Kimura's son off a roof in order to lure him onto the train. She plans to use him to attempt an assassination of the White Death. However, when he inevitably fails, she knows the mobster will use Kimura's own gun to execute him. She has rigged the gun with a backfiring explosive. Her constant good luck means that she almost always has the drop on other characters. Joey King's performance as Prince is also very good. It's a different role for the star of the Kissing Booth trilogy, but she plays cold evil very well. By the end of the movie, she was the one I was rooting to be dead the most. Her luck does end up running out. However, one thing that never runs out is how many times characters talk about luck. There is a whole conversation towards the end that is about luck versus fate, and it ends up being ham-handed reinforcement of the film's running theme. It's an element of the film that ends up feeling pretty flawed. The biggest flaw of the film, however, is its editing, specifically the near constant flashbacks to things we have seen in the film already. Sometimes this is a very useful tool, used to remind the audience of a key fact. Bullet Train does do these moments at the appropriate times. However, it does a lot more than that. One particularly egregious moment has Ladybug making a quip about phone tracking, and then cutting to a previous joke about phone tracking. Yes, we know, that scene wasn't even that long ago. We also get a flashback to a moment that foreshadows that the train's mascot may not be all she seems, even though it was pretty damn obvious the first time. Bullet Train was filmed during the height of COVID, and it really shows. The train itself is a nicely isolated set. Patrons seem to be few and far between, and all managing to keep a respectful distance. When characters do exit the train, it is to a world of closed stations and green screens. It's hard to fault the movie for this though, because it's from a time when we were all trying to figure out how to make money without killing each other. By the way, if anyone's figured that out, can you please let me know? The film has some flaws, but overall was an enjoyable action vehicle. It's carried by some great performances from Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry in roles that somehow, somewhere, I would love to see them reprise. The rest of the cast does a good job, with special mention to Joey King's evil manipulations. The celebrity cameos and obvious COVID filming is distracting, and the theme is fairly muddled. That's why I'm giving Bullet Train a 3 out of 5. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching our latest review. Don't forget to like and subscribe, that helps the channel grow. You can share us around too. I got more reviews and essays coming up, plus we're doing regular live streams now, which is really fun. I'm playing The Wolf Among Us, so check that out. You can check out the past episodes. So thank you so much for watching. Remember, stay safe, be who you are.